everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Platinum. Last time, we left Snow Point Harbor and came to the fight area after making Barry wait for us here 4 weeks. It is a miracle that Barry was able to find it in him to help us fight against Flint and Volkner here. After defeating them, we entered the Battle Frontier, went over all that you can do there and all that you can win there. We did a lot. This time, we find ourselves back in the fight area because we are going to begin exploring this northern island of Sinnoh. I know that we showed this before, but I want to show it again. We got towns, we got routes, we got more towns, we got dungeons. It's basically another journey after our existing journey. This game is a huge adventure and a huge value. You gotta appreciate just how much that went into it. What do you got? A super rod is really good. Personally, I'd say a super rod is really super, but that's just me. I'll say yes for the sake of getting a free item. Yes, we are identical enough. Even though identical can't, never mind. That completely contradicts what it means. As you would expect, the super rod can be used to obtain higher level Pokemon than the good rod. But unlike the good rod, there's not many new Pokemon that you can find with it that you couldn't get through other ways. It's kind of a shame, actually, but that is for when we go over the next new encounters, which is gonna be pretty soon, as we are headed out onto Route 230. We got palm trees, we got bright, colorful tropical plants growing giant fruit, we got off-color grass, we got volcanic rocks, we got ocean. Alola region confirmed, guys. Kelpsie berries, Greppa berries. As tropical as this place may be, we've kind of seen it all in the way of berries at this point, so it's not all that exciting to me anymore. Perhaps if I get the itch to play another Pokemon contest, we'll come here and I'll plant some berries another time, but that's not for right now. Let's head into the water. I don't remember this route being too terribly long. This is not exactly the most memorable route to me, between, again, not remembering it being all that long and the fact that, quite honestly, I think the route theme here is very generic. It doesn't do anything for me, nor do I think it matches the area all that well. To me, it just kind of sounds like placeholder music, but maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh. I guess maybe I'm just spoiled by Hemi Lost City and how zany it sounds for being a tropical area. Yeah. Music composers of Sinnoh, make things like they were in the future. Great advice. I am a very, very good game critic. Gonna smash that down. I just realized Tropius getting to come with us is kind of nice. Even though I have captured him and named him Sweet Ride, which sounds about the last thing that people would want if they were native to this area. Wow, it's kind of like I'm taunting him, like, here's your beloved natural habitat, even though you can't be rare candy! I'll just ignore my corporate greed or whatever you want to call it for the fact that I got a rare candy and I'm too excited to care. Are we gonna have any required battles on this route? I'm not really totally sure. No. Well, I guess we're having a trainer. Don't look at it as a pointless battle. Look at it as an opportunity to go over the new encounters. That is the Chugga way. So, with that new Super Rod, we can go back to some earlier areas, and on Route 222, east of Pastoria, we can find, actually, what we're fighting right now. Yeah, I totally planned it that way. Yeah, it worked out perfectly. Octillery. Octillery is how you say awkward. It's a mixed attacker with poor speed and average defenses. As of this point, you've had the opportunity to get plenty of better water types. You could also have gotten Remoraid if you wanted to raise this sooner. The level range for its encounters with the Super Rod is huge, so I'm not going to bother with moves that it'll have as soon as you catch it. It will learn some pretty good stuff, though. It gets Bullet Seed, Signal Beam, and Ice Beam through level up. Only other thing worth noting is that Octillery does have a signature move called Octazooka. It's a low-power, slightly inaccurate water-type move that can lower opponents' accuracy. Much like Octillery, it's awkward as well. Second is, unfortunately not Poliwhirl, we've already gone over that, but Sharpedo. Only found in Diamond and Pearl, this was a Pokemon that begged for the physical special split. It's a physical sweeper consisting entirely of types that were special before it. It gets Ice Fang, Slash, and Aqua Jet through level up, but unlike the present day, it needs to reach the high level of 56 for Night Slash. It can work, but it certainly isn't an orthodox water type by any means at all. After how many dang times it took me to bring down the hammer, I was beginning to get scared that this Poliwhirl was packing belly drum and it was lowering my accuracy so that it could safely do it and then just sweep right through me. That could have been bad, but it wasn't. Awesome, you're a real wild child. Boy, do I ever know it. Wild child for life right here. Bodhi took quite a beating there, a lot more of a beating than I'm sure it would care to admit. So let's give him some Moo Moo Milk for his troubles. I've been so spoiled by how fast HP scrolls up when you heal in other games. Alright, I'm not here to complain about every little thing. That's winning some points with me, game! There's more new encounters here than you would expect. So I say we do a little bit more fighting than we usually do, cause it's not the longest route in the whole dang world. And, this first one is weird. I debated if I should even talk about it, but I should. It's Seal. What is so dumb about Seal, and why am I freaking out so much over it? Yeah, not only did we already talk about Dugong, but Seal is only found in Diamond version, even though Dugong is in all other versions of the game just fine. I kind of wonder if this was just a leftover where they originally intended for this family to be exclusive to Diamond and then forgot to change it on this route. I don't know, but I'm not giving it a real bio. Besides, it's his own fault for being so obscure, and for sticking his tongue out at me too. Maybe I'm being too harsh on the little guy. After all, his tongue is perpetually stuck outside of his mouth. He's got enough problems in life as it is. So instead, how about we pick on his awkward cousin, Spheel, and Celio. Or just Celio in Platinum, or nothing at all in Diamond. Water and Ice is kind of a neat type in terms of offense, and it's pretty bulky, but I can't say I think too highly of it for when it comes available. No Ice Beam through level up is disappointing, especially when it has Aurora Beam just fine. It also will only resist its own types, so it manages to keep the dubious honor it would have if it were just a pure Ice type of only resisting itself. Trying to speak positively about at least some things, you do have your Surf HM, and it will almost certainly evolve in one level of being caught. It's just unlikely that it will do a better job than something that's already on a team at this point in the adventure. From the Super Rod comes Whalmer and Whalelord, these gargantuan behemoth giants. Yeah, overstating things when Whalelord is actually on the smaller side of real-world whales. It specializes in offense and HP, a unique combination that allows it to take full advantage of both Water Spout and Brine, moves that it naturally gets. Much like Sharpedo, well, actually it's not at all like Sharpedo, but I'm kind of drawing the parallel of it's not your typical water type, but it's usable. And as much as I wish we were saying that 3 times in this route, it ain't happening. Why? Corsola is why. Let's get this over with. No stat over 85, both of which are defensive when its type is not exactly tanky, one of the slowest Pokemon in the entire game because, you know, those stats and types so make up for it. Incredibly weak attack stats, low power moves all over its move pool, and it never evolves into anything better. If this were early in the adventure, I might recommend it as a temporary team member, but what is it doing all the way out here? I guess on the positive side with its type and bad stats, it's good at using Mirror Coat. And with that, we're already on Route 229. There's new encounters here. We'll go over them another time because we have reached the resort area. I have been waiting to talk about this place for so long. We can move on to something a lot more positive now. Okay. First off, surfing over this way, getting myself a nugget. Yeah, as you would guess by all the swimming pools and the resorts and the pretty ladies and the Hawaii-ness of this whole place. Yeah, it's a very magical place with lots of money. I've traveled a long way to make my beloved Pokemon even more beautiful. That'll make it love me even more. Sure, keep telling yourself that. What do we got? Ribbon Syndicate, members only. Well, I just so happen to be the champion of Sinnoh. This is your exclusive club syndicate type? What? We just have some chubby guy watching TV, an old grandpa sitting at a table, and a little kid being like, oh, it's so cool, I want to see lots of Pokemon. What are they even watching here? Like, really, what are you watching on TV in this exclusive club? No, I do not want to talk to you. there's my inefficient movement speed. People say they don't believe I was once a speedrunner with my movement. Battling trainers. Okay, let's see. 3 cheers for the Poppin' Corner. We've heard this already. Yes. Man, I guess Bradley's Poffins did such irreparable damage to Heart Home City that they just simply air it on the news every single day. Okay. Yeah, actually, that's not the Ribbon Syndicate. I just thought I'd mess with you. Yeah, it's over here. Yeah, I'm dumb. I do apologize. This is an exclusive establishment open only to a select few. You might consider it a special stage for the cream of the crop. If you wish to enter, I suggest you start by collecting lots of ribbons. We're gonna be coming back here later. We can't do this quite yet. What do you say? Did they kick you out too? No, mountain is too high to climb. Not if you have HMO7, it's not. Wait, what? Hidden rule? What, wait. Nobody, something lurks in the resort area. It's the hidden ruler of the area. You have to believe me. If you do believe me, whip out your super ride and go fishing. Who knows? You might just catch the mind-blowing ruler. He is not talking about any sort of measurement tool. It is that in this pond, there is something special that you can do in the resort area. Only in Platinum version. You can encounter Magikarp in that pond that are any level 1 through 100. Because of this one game, and the fact that it's the only time anything like this has ever happened, it means that by default, Magikarp holds the honor of being the highest level wild Pokemon in the entire series. It's ridiculous and it makes no sense, and that is why I love it so much. If you get yourself a level 100 Magikarp, you can't level it up again, so it's stuck as a Magikarp forever and ever. But it is truly the king of all. So let's see. I think I will try doing a little bit of fishing, see what levels it is I am able to get. 38. Kinda cruddy. I wish I could say that being able to find level 100 Pokemon in the wild and just being able to fish here indefinitely would make this a good grinding spot, but it's not. It's more of just a fun little gag than anything else, because look at this. That thing was not that much lower level than me. I got 54 experience. It didn't even go up a pixel. So don't do that for the training, don't do it for experience, don't do it for anything but yourself having fun, because that's what it is. It's just kind of a... Wow, I lost a Magikarp. I have brought disgrace on my family for generations to come. Let's see what I get on my second catch. 49. Slightly below average. 67. We're climbing up in the numbers. Not bad. Wait, I failed at running away from... Bodhi, you too have brought disgrace on your family for generations to come. Just, wow. Okay, maybe I'm not giving this place enough credit. Perhaps, even though we've had the ability to catch Magikarp and Gyarados for ages now, you've seen on your journey all those important battles that involve Gyaradoses, and you saw how rough and tough and rugged they were in all those fights, and how annoying they were to fight against, and how good their ability was, and so many other things, and you said to yourself, could do with me some of that Gyarados action, because that's how I imagine that you talk. This is a great place to add a Gyarados to your team. You're gonna be using some heart scales on it to put good moves on it once it evolves, but you have potentially a level 60, 70, or even higher Gyarados that you can immediately add to the team. If you don't already have a water type, or maybe your water type has been underperforming, this might be a good place to do it. You know, you can dig up cool stuff in the underground. People are saying they're digging up new, different stuff. I went over that back when we were in Orberg City. I don't know it took you so long. Psst, hey, traveler. Yes, you. I want you to have this villa. Oh, wait, no. It's not what you're thinking. This is no scam, see? In fact, you'll be doing me a favor. See, I was given this villa, but to be honest, I don't need it either. So don't say a word. Just nod, and this villa is yours. I will gladly watch your much too long timeshare presentation on something I can't even afford. The original founder was from Hoenn, see? The owner collected up all the rare stones of Sinnoh and went back home. Gee, that sure sounds like a very, shall we say, dashing, gray-haired individual. I somehow got saddled with this place as if it were some gift. There's no figuring what rich folks will think of next. Still, I think you've helped me out. Come with me, will you? Man, we even got a swimming pool out front. It is not too shabby in the slightest. It's the second biggest building here, second only to the Ribbon Syndicate. Cleared out their original furniture. It's not true to what it's like living in a tropical region. Speaking as someone who lived in Florida for a long time, they frequently give you furniture with the property. It was kind of typical. It gives us a table. And yeah, they deliver that right to the door and don't have to tip them or anything. It's not callous. I'm just comparing things to other regions. So yeah, you are able to order different furniture from here. It's like your home away from home. It's not Barry! Well, it's not Barry either. I wouldn't really want to live inside of Barry, but yeah, we got a villa. Woohoo! That's wicked awesome. You must be rich. Give me something. Okay, this is what I want to do. I'll tell everyone you got a villa. And he's off before I can say a single word about it. So the villa. You are able to order some various items. No. You can order some various items, yes. This gets very, very expensive. Just being a dork. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that you can order. It's kind of nice. It's not like decorating a secret base because the furniture will always go in the same place, but for sake of example, I can afford a wall clock, I can just barely afford a night table, and you know what? I am gonna buy a night table because I want to exercise the fact that Sinnoh sales tax is included in the purchase price, like everything should be. That is a horrendous place for a night table with a lamp on it. Certainly hope the bed goes over here. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably be doing this off screen, getting all the items and eventually showing what this can look like, but it's a nice little extra place that you can sink money into when you have nothing to do. I believe it is fate, however, that I came to live here, as it has one of only 2 lumberry plants we have seen throughout the entire Sinnoh region. Lumberries are always welcome to line my pockets, even though I'm sure on all these journeys we do, they get crushed into juice from being in my pockets, which is why I keep things in my backpack. Some good berries here, pretty good stuff, and yeah. With that, I think that is Lepaberry. With that, I think that is Lepaberry. That is definitely what that is. I think we are all done here in the resort area for the time being. We have some more things that we could do later. We could go into the Ribbon Syndicate. We could max out our villa, but we don't have the money for that right now. So I think we're going to end things off here. Next time on Pokemon Platinum, we'll head out to the north of the resort area and see what lies up in the mountains. See you guys then. I got the same level twice in a row. Wow.